Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Eaton Squad. My name is Addie. So for today's video, we have some breaking news out of the West. Details coming right up. So before I start, I wanted to officially announce that my husband, Polar Bear in the Philippines, has officially launched his YouTube channel. If you guys would check it out, I would really appreciate it, and I hope you guys will do the same support and trust that you guys invested in our channel, the Eaton Squad. I will leave his link in the description box for you guys to check it out. He's going to be talking the life in the Philippines, adventure, family, and all that stuff, his experience in the Philippines. I think it's really good that he would share what he has learned, what are the mess up that he's been into in the Philippines. Does he have things that he hated in the Philippines? So please check his channel out. He's been uploading and I really appreciate it, guys. So on to our news today. So some of you have probably heard the news, and for those who haven't heard the news yet, this is for you guys. Fresh news from the west side that mask mandate has been dropped. And this is good news to all travelers in the United States. Though, this may not apply if you guys are traveling back to the Philippines. In your domestic flights in the US, this might work. But still, for international flights, particularly going to the Philippines, you are still required to wear face masks, especially if you are flying with Philippine Airlines, Japan Airlines, and stuff, because this mandatory only works in the United States. I know some of you wishes that the Philippines will also follow what the United States is doing, but unfortunately, the Philippine president has already said that mask mandate will still be in effect until the last day of his term as the president. So I don't really see mask mandate going anytime soon, or will be lifted anytime soon. But for this news on the West, this is really good, because to those who are riding on public transportation, even with your private cars, this is summertime. Everybody's probably going out for a vacation now. Mask is not mandatory, though it is still the customer's option if they want to wear mask. But the mandatory on wearing it has been lifted already. I am going to show you guys the clip of this news. Some have sung up to their heart's content because of lifting of this mandate. So let's watch.
We've got this news that's coming in just moments ago. The Department of Justice is weighing in tonight on the national travel mask mandate being overturned. It says that if the CDC concludes that requirement is still necessary on public transportation, it will appeal the Florida judge's ruling. Now, the news comes as the TSA is no longer enforcing the mandate, leaving it up to businesses and individuals. CBS's Errol Barnett is at Reagan National Airport with the latest.
There was jubilation in the skies as passengers found out masks were no longer required.
No one's any happier than we are.
One flight attendant celebrating in song. All major U.S. airlines made mask wearing optional once the TSA said it would no longer enforce the federal rule. Airport officials in Houston today carting away these mask requirement signs, the nation's busiest airports all making masks optional. The White House, hoping to keep the mandate in place through May 3rd, was caught off guard by Monday's announcement. CBS's Nancy Cordes today asking President Biden for his view.
People continue to wear masks on planes.
That's up to them.
But inconsistency remains in places where local mask mandates still exist, like Philadelphia and New York City. So for now, flyers into those cities will have to mask up once they land. There was also confusion at New York's Penn Station, where travelers on New Jersey Transit and Amtrak were not required to wear masks, but New York subway and commuter rail passengers were still required to do so. And tonight, new rules of the road. Rideshare companies Lyft and Uber both making masks optional.
and I just want to feel free and breathe freely.
A relief for driver Gannett Abate.
Very happy. I hope this is over for all of us.
But there is still concern from parents traveling with children under 5 who are not vaccinated.
It is a possibility that we may not travel with him as much anymore.
Sarah Nelson, the president of one flight attendant union, says it will also be challenging for immunocompromised travelers.
There are people who are going to care for their loved ones who are in a very compromised position medically, and they want to make sure that they're not taking any additional risk to them.
Now, the CDC acknowledged today it is no longer enforcing its mask mandate. It's no longer in effect, but it does still recommend the use of masks while in indoor transportation settings like this one. And what's interesting, Nora, is most of the passengers moving through the terminal here are using their face coverings. So keep these coverings close.
Like as what the news have said, not all state in the US is not following this mask mandate that's being lifted. As you guys heard, Philadelphia is still doing mask mandate and stuff. So please make sure to check on where you're going because not all are following the mask mandate. So here are the airlines also that are not requiring wearing mask anymore during your flight. Alaska Airlines, American Airlines, Delta Airlines, Frontier Airlines, JetBlue, Southwest Airlines, Spirit Airlines, and United Airlines. They said this doesn't mean you'll never have to wear a mask at the airport. Many of the airlines note that while their new policies apply on all domestic flights, masks will still be required to fly to some international destinations. And some airports like Philadelphia International Airport still requires masks inside their terminals before you fly. So, like I have mentioned earlier, this is only for domestic flights in the United States. If you are flying from one state to another to catch your flight to the Philippines, you may not be required to wear a face mask. But for your flight going to the Philippines, unfortunately, you will have to wear the face mask because the face mask mandate in the Philippines has not been lifted yet. So please be careful and please check the latest update when it comes to that, on which airport you're flying into or which country you're flying into. For example, the Philippines. Check their mask mandate if it's lifted or not. So what do you guys think of this great news to all US travelers, domestic travelers, or just taking the public transportation in the United States, that you guys don't need to wear face mask anymore? Are you guys liking it? Especially to our viewers from the United States, is this really good? Does this work best for you? Or are you guys one of those who are still going to wear mask even though the mask is not mandatory anymore? And do you really think the Philippines is going to follow this type of rules in the future, that eventually the Philippines will not require wearing face mask anymore? So comment down below and let's see what you guys' opinions are on this news. So this is our latest travel updates to the Philippines and in the US. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, or inquiries with regards to this video or in any of our travel related videos, please comment it down below and I will try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Or you can direct message me in our Facebook page, same handle, the Eaton Squad. I hope to see you on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone. Bye.